Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. How we doing today? Welcome back to another lecture summary. For today's lecture, we got Imam Tom Facchine speaking on some very, very important topics. This lecture was brought to you by Mass Igna. Any links to anything I could find will be down below. Without further ado, Bismillah.
The vast majority of politicians, they just want to stay in power. They just want to get elected, and they just want to stay elected. What does that mean? That means that historically, why they had lined up so lock, stock, and barrel behind Zionists is not because they really believe in the Jewish state or the greater Israel or this, that, or the third. It's because supporting Zionism has been the safest bet in electoral politics to your career since the 50s. That means that if you support Zionism, you're going to get money, they're going to go after your enemies, they're going to try to protect you. They will actually even snuff out your opposition before they even get to the primaries. It was a very, very safe bet for a very, very long time. So, what's our point of intervention within this system? We are able to create a situation, or let's put it hypothetically, if we are able to create a situation in which supporting Zionism becomes politically costly, as opposed to a political asset, if it becomes a political liability. If being a Zionist or supporting Zionism is just as taboo as being an open racist or being an open misogynist, we would hope at least, or an open anti-Semite, then people will stop supporting the occupation. I guarantee it. I will put, betting's haram, but if I could, I would bet everything I had on this. So, what's in front of us and our duty is to create that situation. And the first step in this process was the 2024 election. That we had to draw a red line, despite Mehdi Hassan, despite all the ops that came from the Democratic Party, trying to give us the doomsday scenario of everything that's going to happen under a Trump presidency, which, to be frank, horrible things might happen, but that's not relevant. That's not relevant. What's relevant is that we had to draw a line in the sand and put a red line down and say, we have standards that if you cross this line, you will be punished. Shock collar. And once we do that, now we've changed the conversation where people actually are starting to reconsider their political relationship with Zionism. And if we're able to deliver similar results a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time, that we can actually create a situation in which supporting Zionism becomes a political liability, where supporting Zionism is your quickest way home. It's the quickest way to end your political career. It's your quickest way to get a whole bunch of people angry at you. And that is what we want to do. That means that the days of politicians coming into the mosque are over. The days of politicians getting on the minbar and grabbing the microphone for free are over. That means that if any interaction happens between the Muslim community and a politician, it has to be based off of exchange and negotiation. What is in it for us? Oh, you have it. So this is the death of biryani diplomacy is what I've been calling it, right? The idea that we're just going to wine and dine our way, to use a haram metaphor, to wine and dine our way to political power. Never worked. Very, very unintelligent. What you have to do is you have to build up, what do they need you for? And then you hold that and withhold it until you say, it's like you bought something off of Craigslist, right? It's like, show me the money. All right, here's the goods, right? You're afraid to get shot or stabbed or something, right? So that's how politics works, is that we are not giving you the time of day, a phone call, a selfie, anything, until you give me something concrete, not lip service, not a smile, not a pat on the back, not a promise to talk about something later on, we'll promise to have a conversation about this or make some sort of commitment. Zift. Real, actual, tangible policies, action, right? Something that actually, is going to cost them. Something where they stick their neck out, okay? That's our second principle, that we're negotiating with leverage, not loyalty. We're not loyal to anybody except ourselves. We're not loyal to a person, a politician, we're not loyal to a party, we're not loyal to anybody except ourselves. إِنَّمَا وَلِيُّكُمُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Okay? Who funds you, runs you. That we will not be able to put people into power from our community until we're able to say, yes, I know the Democratic Party wants to give you $60,000. Our Muslim community is going to give you $80,000, and you're accountable to us. Right? That's why you can't skip the base. Right? If power is the pyramid, you can't skip the base. So any attempt to put someone in a position before you organize the base, you're going to put a person in a situation where they're going to sacrifice their values. So rather than do that, we actually have to do the nitty-gritty, unpopular work of organizing the base, and then worry about putting people in power.
If you guys learned something or found anything from this lecture beneficial, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. It helps other people see this kind of content. Other than that, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.